Hey there guys, it's Pixel. Welcome to Pixel WoW TV. Um, so I'm starting my stream, first ever stream, with my series Tanking Off the Grid. I was originally going to call it Tanking Against the Grain, but I'm going to call it Tanking Off the Grid. So what we're going to do primarily in this series is we're going to be doing some tanking whereby what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I am going to be tanking with unconventional covenant setups, unconventional soulbind choices, and unconventional legendary choices. So I'm going to have every tank but warrior. However, if you would like me to do warrior too, I will do an off-the-grid warrior. It's just I don't really like... I just don't have fun playing warrior. But it might be fun to play something that a covenant that warrior doesn't normally play. In any case, so if you really like this channel, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel succeed. So first up on the docket for tanking off the grid is my monk. She's the nearest to ready to start doing some keys now. They're going to be low at first because she's just 60. I've just gotten her some gear and I haven't really developed a Raider.io score yet. So here's what we've got set up for the monk. Now I don't really have very many potency conduits, or I should say, I don't really have too many conduits on her yet. So as you can see, so what I'm using is Bonesmith Heirmir here. Now conventional wisdom says I should be using Emony. And I do have an Emony build set up, as you can see, but we're going to be using Bonesmith Heirmir as our, I can't put that in there. Need it's an endurance, right? So this is a finesse. We need another finesse to get this going. Ravenous Pendant restores 3 of our maximum health. When we defeat an enemy, stacking for 5 times, adding stacks refreshes the duration. So we're trying to eventually get to that. But that's why we're using Bonesmith Heirmir. She's kind of like a off-the-grid choice here. You can see we've got Forgeborn Reveries, so our agility and armor are increased by 1% for each enchantment on my armor, up to 3%. So we get some good base agility. And we've got Serrated Spalders. We're going to inflict 286 shadow damage to our attacker over 5 seconds when hit at melee range. We've got Dizzying Tumble. Targets affected by Leg Sweep are going to deal less damage, 7.5%. So I guess this is going to go up with time here. So then, I wonder if I put this here, is not going to... Okay, so I think that's applying. Yeah, that's applying now. So we just need a thing here. At any rate, So that's our soulbind setup. We've got harm denial, which is currently only a 145 level. We've got to go to Sire to get that upgraded to the most powerful. We've got Dizzying Tumble back down here. So Dizzying Tumble, again, 7.5 less damage. Done by targets affected by leg sweep. So we're going to put leg sweep in here somewhere. Maybe we don't have Ring of Peace anymore, so we can put leg sweep in here. And then we've got Runeforged Spurs. Our movement is increased by 5. Mounted movement speed is increased by 5%. If attacked while mounted, mounted movement speed is increased by an additional 10% for 30 seconds. So it's pretty. It ends up being a good defense against, if somebody whacks you, some mob whacks you while you're mounted, and then you go faster so you can get away. So I kind of like that. But that's our soulbind setup for our first off the grid tanking video here. So let's go to my talent setup for Brewmaster. We've got kind of a basic. We do have a basic sort of setup. We're not doing too far off the grid on that because that's going to hurt us. I don't PvP, so this is irrelevant. So we've got Eye of the Tiger. Tiger Palm applies. If you're familiar with Brewmaster Monk, you know what it does. It's going to apply Eye of the Tiger, giving 536 nature damage and 478 healing to the monk over 30 seconds. The limit is one target. We have Tiger's Lust, increases a friendly target's movement speed by 70% for 6 seconds and removes all grips and snares. We could do Celerity, but we really don't need it. Chi Torpedo, that's too risky. We've got Black Ox Brew, and Black Ox Brew is going to help us with refilling our energy, purifying brew charges, and resetting the cooldown of Celestial Brew on 2-minute cooldown, so that's not bad. Here we've got a summon the Black Ox statue at a target location for 15 minutes, pulsing threat to all enemies within 20 yards. We can cast Provoke to taunt on the statue to taunt all enemies near the statue, so that's really good. If we're not using the Storm Staff / Cake, which I do have made, but I'm going to go over the legendary I'm using here in a moment. This is Dampen Harm. It's going to reduce all damage I take by 20 to 50% for 10 seconds, with larger attacks being reduced by more. You've got Rushing Jade Wind, summons a whirling tornado around you, causing 1541 damage. Over 8 seconds, up to 6 enemies within 8 yards. That's really good for our threat gen. We've got High Tolerance. Stagger is 5% more effective at dealing damage, and we gain 15% haste, up to 15% haste based on your current level of stagger. So the more stagger we get, the closer to 15% haste increase we get. So that's going to be really helpful to me, because I can hit faster, hit harder, slam things in the face a little bit. So that's that for our talents here. Now, the highlight of this particular setup is my legendary. Where's it? So we've got Celestial Infusion, which was just recently buffed with 9.0.5. So it was a 35% chance to not consume a charge of Purifying Brew, and Celestial Brew increased the armor by 25%, I should say, for 7 seconds. Now, it's a 35% chance not to consume a charge of Purifying Brew, and Celestial Brew increases our armor by 50% for 8 seconds. So it's a really strong buff, and I really, really, really like the utility of this legendary because I like playing tanks as mostly more of a defensive style. That's how I play when I tank. Now I should point out my main is a hunter, but I like to tank sort of mythic pluses here and there, you know, just to prove to myself that I can do it. So this is what we're doing for our legendary. And of course I've got it enchanted with plus 15 agility. So right now it's sitting at 193. My crit is 20.4. You can see my haste is 5.91, so not as much as I'd like. My mastery here is 21.26. And then my versatility is 12.18%, so just about 12.2%, which is not bad. Of course, we've still got a few lower pieces of gear here. I've got Hateful Chain. What I really want to do though is get the trinket from the other side. The whatever blood splattered scale, I believe it's called. I really want to get that so that I have some more on-use stuff, because I really like on-use stuff. We can just put it sort of up here in our setup. Now, just as a heads up, and I'll make a video of this, for this later on at some point. But this is just a basic rundown of the UI and add-ons I use. This is Luxthos. This is a really good weak aura. It tells me pretty much when this is, of course, Cake Smash. This is this guy, Breath of Fire. This is Blackout Kick. This is Purifying Brew. This is Celestial Brew. This is Expel Harm. This is Fleshcraft. Provoke. I mean, it tells me when anything is up. So, really good. Here's Bone Dust Brew. I have a Bone Dust Brew macro that just puts it right under me because that's the only place it really ever should be, is just right below you. And so let's talk about what Bone Dust Brew does. This is the class ability if you haven't seen this, from the Necrolords. It's Hurl a Brew created from the bones of your enemies at the ground, coating all targets struck for 10 seconds. Your abilities have a 50% chance to affect the target a second time at 35% effectiveness as shadow damage or healing. Okay? And then Tiger Palm and Cake Smash reduces the cooldown of your brews by an additional 1 second when striking enemies with your Bone Dust Brew active. So, of course, if we had Storm Stout / Keg as our legendary, we would be getting more of that going on. But again, defensive build. So this is what we're doing here. What we're gonna do is go ahead and try to. I'm gonna start out kind of small here. Take a few time walking just to grab the free time walking piece from Mythic Raid. And it can be from anywhere in Castle Nathrius, so we might get lucky and get an expel. The conduit we need here. Although it's usually an armor piece, but that's good because hopefully we can replace hopefully I can replace this Lego, or not this Lego, this necklace I have, or maybe one of the trinkets. Like if I got Dreadfire Vessel, I wouldn't turn that down. That's a really good trinket overall. But I'd actually be kind of pissed because I'm trying to get it on my hunter. So, at any rate, let's start off small because I want to do this for the week. Let's find a group, random time walking, and we'll see. Now, while we're waiting for this to queue up, it shouldn't take long, honestly. While we're waiting for this to get moving, I would like to throw a number of shout-outs here to people who have inspired me to stream in general, and then to do this kind of streaming where we're sort of doing things a little bit off the grid of normal tanking or normal stuff, normal playstyles. One is my own, and I want to point this out before we get too much further. I will never encourage anything else. I always encourage people who are playing World of Warcraft, and I've been playing for 15 years, to play whatever their play style is. It's like Alkindune. So, let's get this. You just put...
Good. We must have arrived.
I don't really need the Black Ops brew for this.
Naomi is working to bolster the defenses against their assault. Follow me. We will report to her.
So let me just concentrate on this for a minute and then I'll explain. I'll continue with what I was saying.
Just think. You're one of the first outsiders to see inside Akindun.
This was always one of the more tragic
The door sealed.
key,
No matter.
or one of the more tragic dungeons. It was so sad.
Let us proceed.
Right? Like, her own sister, betrays her and uses her to do the thing.
The Vindicators and Exarchs of the past. Heroes all. Their souls still remain with us here. Naomi, we are here.
Okay. Keep the brews up. Let's get some ops action going with never from Nizwal or whatever, however you say it. It's like a Chinese name that I always get wrong. I like the name though, so it's really, I like the vibe. What is that? That's not Bone Duster, right?
I don't have a target.
Oh, you know what? That might be Black Ops. Okay, well, anyway, so...
I'm out of range.
Get some Expel Harm, keep our staggers as far down as possible. want Rushing Jade Wind up at all times. We want Celestial Brew up at all times. So the armor is there. And you see we do really well defensive power.
It is done. As for you, I think it is fitting that one
Okay.
of my tools dispatches the others.
Vigilant Cathar. So I don't remember this fight.
Destroy these intruders!
None live who assault the holy oculi.
I really remember this fight. I think you have to like fight him
Down.
and then like dodge. So you gotta get out of that.
Bathe in the glory of the light.
Yeah, that's our Black Ops brew.
She
So something like
got away.
Black Ops brew, where are you? Yeah, so we're gonna put that where,
So many of her order were
right there,
corrupt.
sorry. Nose is itchy.
I will gather any who remain loyal here and protect them. You, please, go put a stop to this madness.
I don't remember this dungeon. Don't think I ever really did it. I like doing that, like moving with my kick, my spinning crane kick. Trying to get these guys to cooperate and come over here. There's bone dust. Like I said, we're just starting off small, and I'm like, I want the gears. I just kind of want to. This is kind of like just the first video. So he wants to go off on his own. Come here, Targeter. Where are you going?
I need to target something first.
See, that's really... Black Ops Brew is really useful. Because it just resets the cooldowns. And here she is, Soulbind and Naomi. I don't remember this fight.
Falls into darkness.
She's not hard.
The spirits are mine to command. I'm too late. My master. Come.
This dungeon isn't bad for
Secure
transmog,
this
actually.
chamber. The barrier protecting Auchindoun is asunder.
Oh, well, we got an infernal right here, this guy. Alright.
Scout ahead while we
Alright.
establish a
Can
foothold.
we not pull aggro before I can establish it? That'd be really cool. Hate that. Wonder if these guys are... One guy now. Come on.
I don't have a target.
Okay, this is gonna be a Zapol, Azapol, Azakel, whatever that we're fighting next. He kind of sucks. He's actually really hard. On Mythic difficulty in Warlords of Draenor, as I recall.
I need to get closer.
We can probably handle the entirety of the rest of this room. Pretty sure. Yep. Okay, well, they can't. They don't want. They don't get. Let me pull aggro. I can keep myself alive easily. So.
Who dares meddle in the words of this world? All worlds shall burn! Die, insect!
Oh, that means throws you. Okay. Well, at least there's no.
Master's fire! Come forth, servants!
Oh, there goes Bone Dust. Yeah, then okay, so yeah, that's why it was difficult, because he throws the fire, and then he lands again, so you then gotta pick him up. There.
The Draenei held such.
This was like the original version of the lets everybody jump on the portals thing. See, Hateful Chain works really well, because it gives me extra damage, so... Oops. Big hit, so we want that. Staggered up there. I just love how this Celestial Infusion Lego just plays like right into my playstyle of like just having a lot of passive defense. I'm not gonna use the Black Ox yet, because I want to wait for the boss. We should be going to Tarangor. Oh, one more. Alright, well, might as well use Black Ops now. Get my stacks up. And I should have it mid-fight on Tarangor. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tarangor is the orc who became Tarangor Fiend, famous boss in Black Temple. Grab that guy. Oh, he's immune to taunt. Okay. Well, whatever. He doesn't have an aggro table, I guess. So I just tanked Tarangor and... Yep. And we've got it again. See, he turns into like a demon hunter guy.
You did it here. This is not enough to thank you for your actions, but it is what we have to give.
Shimmering Time Warp Crystal.
Now we can rebuild. We must
I need a sword.
We
I
will
need a sword though.
never allow our souls to fall to the Legion.
I mean, I do,
You have done more than you know. Our people can never thank you enough.
but... Okay, so... Let me just finish my thought from before. The way is I don't like playing to, like, oh, you should go this way. I don't think you can be effective at all if you're playing a class with a spec that you don't like, in a way that you don't like, in a way that it feels really forced, I guess. And so honestly, I just don't like, because I really, you can't force yourself to, especially the casual guild I'm in, they don't enforce that. I wouldn't call it casual. I mean, we do up to heroic rating, so, and we have multiple teams. It's a cross-server guild. It's like literally the largest cross-server guild, I think, maybe. I think there's one that might be one that might be larger. So the idea is that, I like to play to my playstyle, and I encourage other people. I encourage every one of the players I know, every one of the players I've met, every one of the players in my guild, be they new, old, friends,
This can be more than a stitch yard for us.
people that I constantly roll with. Play what you like. I mean, pick a spec, pick a covenant. In this case, pick a covenant, pick the legendary that fits your playstyle, and play it. Because you cannot be an effective player if you are trying to force yourself to play a spec that you just really don't like, right? Let me just move this camera down here. It just doesn't work. I mean, you're just gonna be forcing you're gonna feel forced, and it's not gonna go well for you. You're just gonna feel constantly underwhelmed and excuse me, constantly underwhelmed, and you just won't like it. You'll want to stop. You'll make yourself want to stop playing the game, and that's not fair. That's just not fair to yourself. It's not fair to your guildmates. It's not fair to your raid teammates. It's not fair to any Mythic Zero punks that you get into, because you're just not going to have fun. Don't let anybody tell you how to play your game. They don't pay your $15. Always remember that. They don't pay your $15, and you're not on a Mythic World first. You don't have to compete with anybody but yourself. You don't even have to compete with your guildmates. I mean, I don't, once in a while I say, hey, look at my purse, but you're competing with yourself. You should always be competing with yourself, not with others. That's where I like the challenge of this, because I'm competing with myself. I'm competing with, can I do better than I did the last time? And that's how I like to play. So let's get back to it. What I think I'm gonna do is try to do I don't know, maybe a +3. I have a +3 necrotic rate, but I want to try and get into the other side for a chance at the trinket. But like I kind of was gonna do some shout outs, and I just got sidetracked. Shout outs to the inspirations for this video. For streaming overall, I want to toss a big shout out to my friend Jake Viper, and Brian McCormick from formerly MTG World. They still are running MTG Rocks, but they're employed by Gfinity Esports now, and big congratulations to them for that partnership and buyout. Because I am so proud of you guys. You guys have done really well, and just major thanks for inspiring me to get the courage to stream, let alone like see really how a good example of how it's done. I mean, I'm not, I'm kind of still new to it, so I'm kind of getting the feel of it the way I want to do my style. And so the other two shout outs that I want to give are to people who inspired me to do WoW streaming. And that is Metro over on One Azeroth TV. He's got a really great community around him. I donate to him when I can. I'm subscribed to him. I'm a member of his channel. And I highly, highly encourage watching him. I'm not trying to shameless plug Metro, but I like people to watch. I've been inspired and taught by you as to how to be more confident in what I'm doing. And I know at the moment I'm not really doing anything super like worthy of, you're doing great, kid, older than you, but you're doing great, man, but like I said, on stream actually earlier today, on your stream, start out small, just to, because my Raider IO score is small. So I just want to, start out small, and then I'm going to do big things on all of my tanks. And then to another member of the one guild that Metro is the guild master of Cop. Glad to see you're doing a little bit better, man. It's been a good long minute since I've seen you do some raiding. So I'm glad to say I saw you were back on Mythic Nathria with your monk, your Windwalker this evening before. So I'm glad to see that you're back and getting back into the raiding again. Good luck. But I just, I cannot thank you guys enough for just allowing me to have the confidence that I can do this. It's not as hard as you think it is, even on like Tyrannical and whatever. So, big shout out to you guys. And I really wish you guys well in getting cutting edge. I hope you get it before, I really do. I hope you get it before the next tier comes out. I think you have some pretty good time, so I think you'll get it. But, just big good luck on that. And anyway, so back to the stuff at hand here. Let's see if there are any DOSs. Plaguefall, what? 1, 2, 3. The hell is that? Plaguefall plus 10, checking the IO. Free rush. Let's report that. Advertisement. Spires was, I could do a Spires. I'd probably do it 4 Spires. Run Mythic, Goo People B, Ragnaros, yeah, Sorry, we don't, Ragnaros is a, Ragnaros is Matt for, oh, they already have a tank, shit. let's refresh. Yeah, these are, I mean, they're all, everybody's just doing to sell, advertising, advertising. Let's get rid of that. Really stupid. Twitch TV. Okay, I thought this said something completely different for like 2 seconds. I'm not gonna say what it was, it's rather inappropriate, but good lord. There's a plus 14 DOS, let's do that now. It's not. 13 DOS too. See, yeah, alright. Heller. They need a Heller. Oh. Yes, really, there aren't any zeros. Well, tell you what, let's do my key. It's like so creepy, some of the noises. I think my key is wake. Product wake 3. Where is it? Product wake. Mythic plus title. Product plus 3. Let's do 190 on the eye level. Violence, it's a good guild name. I remember the old days of guild names in vanilla. When I started on Burning Blade, they used to have some pretty silly good guild names here. Yeah, no. Let's invite a DPS.
State your intent. It takes...
This'll be good. A +3. I did try to do my +4. I double upgraded my key last night. It was a +2 necrotic forget what the original key was. But it got upgraded. So I will be right back. I just need to take a quick bio break, and we will hopefully have a healer by then. Okay, there's back. Okay, I like the shaman. Okay, group has the maximum number of people. Okay, so necrotic wake is over here. Yeah, it's over there. By the way, if you haven't gotten Sinrunner Blanchie, she's really cool. Really easy to get. It's all you have to do is just feed her a few different things a couple times a week, and it ends up being really. I just want to move this over here, I think. No, it's not going to be the way I want it. Okay, it's better. Okay, the dungeon's down here, right? Yeah. Oops. That didn't hit the hurt that much. See, like, there's Bonesmith Heirmir's ability. Right, like it triggered, because No, don't at me, guys. I know I'm going the wrong way. Huh?
I will tolerate these fiends in my temple no longer. See that they are dealt with.
I will end you.
I need to target something first.
Okay.
Yet another of them. Yet another of the Yet another of the Kyrian's loyal servants. Have you come here to be slaughtered as well? This temple was merely the first to fall. Soon, all of Bastion will burn.
Come on, guys, let me get aggro.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
don't know if this causes us to be overcount, but I'd rather be safe than sorry for this. It's a +2, so I don't, or +3, so I don't, we're gonna have a pretty generous timer. I don't think it's a big ass worry right now. Okay, I think we've cleared enough that I can pull him over here. Okay, good lust. Try and get him out of the gas. My defensives are up.
Stitch flesh will be irked to know you destroyed his prize creation. Though I am sure he would gladly take your limbs as repayment.
Okay. So they're doing good. They're interrupting, which is... Okay, I keep on thinking these guys are saying like something completely different from what they're saying the ability is. It's really like creepy. Fear. We don't have anything behind us, so that's good. Ox out. It's a male. Probably some gear that I didn't pick up, right? Usually what it is. Take a hit. C4, I want the bruise up. This is where defensives are super important. And that's why you don't tank. Grasping scream. I thought that was something completely different for a minute. A few seconds ago.
I need to target something first.
Face me, Necromancer. Thanakos will be avenged.
Are you so eager to share your underling's fate? Your vaunted courage will be your doom. Your temple lies in ruin. Your brethren are butchered. You have already lost.
Vile monster!
That's not what I want. I want to fight that. Oh, can't go that way.
I need a target.
Run away, little girl.
A little lost, yeah. What's you up to? Ooh, that hurts.
Run away, little girl.
Come on, guys, get on the Marauder. Let's go. There we go. That's better.
You will be brought to justice! You dare deny me the sky? Then I shall answer in kind!
Foolish paragon! There is nothing you can do to stop us. No matter. My minions are endless. My soldiers rise once more! Beware. Will reduce you to dust. Beware. One final act of service.
Just gotta dodge that, it really hurts, especially on
My soldiers
tyrannical.
rise once more!
This boss is not bad. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's fairly easy.
Beware and decay. Beware. With sacrifice comes victory. My soldiers rise once more! He will use
Your
us.
arrival proved timely, yet the battle rages on. We cannot rest until these invaders are purged from our skies. I will lead the effort here, while
So
my
if we time
disciples
this,
bring you
it's
to
plus
the
6, right?
Necropolis.
Think
Let us end this
if you
atrocity.
3-chest it, I don't think we'll 3-chest it though.
Have all the
This
corpses we need.
Hero healer, no, he's not.
Prepare
So
to
we have
strike at the next temple.
Just a moment longer. It seems that the parts for my new creation have arrived.
Beware. Beware.
I don't have a target. It's too
Yeah,
far.
we're gonna use Fleshcraft for this fight. This stuff, because these guys do a lot of damage. And it was very nicely redesigned, so it's become really, really strong now for Brewmaster.
I'm out of range.
Okay.
I need to get closer.
Wait.
Beware.
What?
Beware.
Come, my
I need
assistant.
to target
These
something
raw
first.
materials are in need of processing. Try not to damage those limbs whilst you tear them off. How vexing! Rotspew, get to work, and don't fail me like your predecessor!
Back, the ox is back.
Now I have to rebuild those two from scratch. I can't wait to put your corpse to use. I'll have you in stitches. I must preserve your parts for later.
Oh, good job.
The one who made you. What is that? Who cares? I can utilize it. My constructs can handle you on their own. I'm awfully proud. No! That one was my favorite. I must preserve your parts for later.
Good shot.
The one who made you.
It's a good group. I've never actually had a particularly strong group on this boss, so this is definitely a plus. Stitch Flush is almost dead.
Shoulders could accommodate so many arms. My greatest was yet to come.
Okay, I really hate this boss. But, actually, I might reach just this. No.
Bastion shall be laid to waste.
Really have to fight this guy.
Beware. None can escape the storm. I have had enough of you. Beware. None can escape the storm.
See, that's why I like Celestial Infusion, because it's better for mitigating against that than pretty much than any of the others.
Escape the storm.
And now it's back up, so well.
I have had enough of you.
Oh, that guy's dead. Frozen vines.
Beware. None can escape the storm.
Back up. I'll be running with Black Ox Grove. Might +3 this. Might.
Beware. None can escape the storm.
Okay, he's almost dead. Should be able to get him.
Beware. None can escape the storm.
There goes Brew.
A fleeting victory against a fraction
Not too chested. We got Valor.
forces.
Artifice of the Archmage. Virtual Commanders and everything. We have Chalice's Noble Signet. Chalice Noble Signet is better. Okay, so that went really well, considering that we had some people from, I think Aswell? No, Dagger Spine Area, no, Dagger Spine Area 52 Illidan. So not bad. Let's get out of here. So that was successful. Just upgrade to +5. Let's see what we get. Let's see what our key is now. Not quite what I wanted there. +5 halls, we can do that later in the week. I think I'm gonna call it here just for now, because the live streams will obviously be longer, because we do more keys. So we're gonna continue with this on tomorrow. I'm gonna continue with this Friday night. We're gonna do our first actual live stream Friday night for this channel. So we'll probably do it with some guildies, because guildies you need more consistent, and I have a pocket healer and some pocket DPS that I can roll with from the guild. So good first stream. I think we did pretty well here. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. Like I said, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. I want to build this community around off the grid stuff. I mean, I may do some off the grid DPS later on in the expansion. But for now, we're gonna stick with tanking. I may do some raid streaming for when I do my raiding. We're gonna sign off for the night. Get some rest, because I did actually have my COVID shot today, or the first one, and my arm is kind of pretty achy actually. It's really tender, and I'm feeling fine. I'm just a little tired. I have a little bit of a headache. It's only the first dose, so I guess that's probably going to be more pronounced post second dose. But I'm just gonna call it here, and we'll see you in the next one, which is going to be a live stream, probably of pugging some keys, so hope you'll tune in for that. Like I said, please like and subscribe. as I said, I don't like warrior, but if you want to see me do an tanking off the grid warrior, let me know in the comments and I'll do it. Okay? I don't know. I know Venthyr and Kyrian are really good for a warrior, and I think Night Fae is too. So what I may have to do for some off-the-grid sort of non-traditional warrior is to maybe do Necrolord. But certainly on the docket coming up is Venthyr Guardian Druid with Draven as the soulbind. And some pretty traditional talent structure, but maybe a couple things are different than you'd expect. And also Necrolord Pally. I like Vanquisher's Hammer. I think it's really good because it's been redesigned so it actually generates one holy power. So you get the one holy power and then you can cast it and there you go. Also, a little bit of what Metro's doing with his DK from One Azeroth TV. Night Fae DK, Blood DK. But I'm going to be using Khorane along with Crimson Rune Weapon instead of Naya. So we're going to see how that goes. I think Khorane fits a little bit better with my sort of ultra defensive playstyle. I will admit the only tank class I play any bit at all offensively is Guardian Druid. That's why I went Venthyr. So look forward to that in the future, but the DK and the Paladin are still only 55 or 54 and 53. So it'll be a bit, it'll take me a few more weekends to get them to the top of the game, but we'll get there. And when we do, those are also on the docket for this series. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, and I can't stress enough, please like and subscribe. I want to build this community of,
For a fight? This weapon is
some off-the-grid tanking. And we'll see you in the next one.